Drink and be merry, the first one's on us. Let's have a great time. If you didn't get a beer and you're in here, get a beer. There's beers all over the place for your first one, it's on us. I can't tell you how much I love all of you. We're doing this thing.
Tell me about your journey here building hubs in the van. What do we got? Here, you hold the
Well, it
bike.
started out 2 years ago when Aaron, now Chamois Butter, and I were manning a rest stop, helping people fix bikes who had absolutely no brakes, absolutely no chains. The brakes were destroyed. And so we had the thought of what would be the most simple, the most durable, simplest thing you could put on a bike to bring to this race and finish well. Enter a Monet-equipped Shimano CB110 coaster brake hub. It has no moving parts. The brake pads are metal. They're inside the hub. It will go and it will stop and it will work 97% always. Here we go. Doesn't matter where the course throws at it. I'm not gonna finish fast, but I will finish.
We're never changing. We're never giving in to pressure. We're never paying attention to what anyone else is doing because you know what? Our work is beautiful and we are not for sale. And we are going to own this shit for the rest of my life. So if there are any rumors abounding that this is for sale, those are rumors and they are lies, and I promise you it will never happen on my watch because I am in control of this and no one else except for Crystal. Love is a decision. Love is the only decision that activates our entire body, our entire soul, our entire system. All voices matter. My voice is not more important than any of your voices. Just because my voice is louder does not mean that your voice should be diminished. Ever. The fact is, we, all of us, everyone, we are in this together. Together we are heavy. I've been saying this for a long time. I want it to sink in deeper than it's ever sunk into all of you. Together, we are heavy. Separate, divided, we are weak. 5, 4, 3, 1, go!
I can feel the sway. There's nothing to fear, my friend. Oh no, it's the natural rattle. And when the ground is shaking in the thunder roar, I wouldn't worry. It's just a
Saw the
storm.
rock kicked up. It was probably a foot long.
To the natural rattle. So unwind that don't unravel. We can't help but be a little fragile through the clatters inside and crackles. All the sounds of the natural rattle. Vibrating us all.
Go from there.
More cowbell!
Natural rattle. Vibrating us all.
Mount Butter! Hey guys, I just got back from Stillwater, Oklahoma. Landed in Denver with the Pilot 1965 camper just now, and wanted to do a quick recap of the weekend, the race. So I did the 100-mile gravel race in the single speed category. I was on my Salsa Timberjack. I ran a 34-14 gear ratio, which is about 70 gear inches. You can only fit a 34 ring on this hardtail frame, so I went pretty small in the back because it was dry. It did snow an inch the day before on Friday, but Bobby Wintle, co-founder of the race and co-founder of District Bicycles, said that would not affect the course, and sure enough, it dried out. It was fast, dusty, 30-mile-an-hour headwind roughly, and that was probably for 20 miles or longer. It was a big day. My time was right around 8 hours on the dot, so longer than I'd hoped, but I was really excited off the line and was running about 15.5 mile per hour average for the first 50 miles, and then everything started to cramp up and get sideways. So I backed off and I kind of babied my cramps from mile 50 to 75 before my body kind of recouped, and then 75 to 102 was kind of just survival mode, finding about a 13.5 mile per hour pace, and just kind of settling in, chatting with groups that would come by, other single speeders, and finished the race. So got my Bobby hug. It's really, really good dude. He has made the weekend such a festival. He gave a really great speech several times about time, and that time is all we have, and the time is now. Don't wait, don't worry about money, lots of things. 2,500 registrants is what it was capped at this year between the 3 cycling distances and the run. There was live music, huge stage, the whole Stoke was on. It was really, really fun. They had a film screening. They brought in a few people to speak on the land and just share history about that. It was really powerful, it was really cool. It definitely changed my perspective while I was out there riding. So huge hats off to Bobby, Crystal, the entire Mid-South team. It was a phenomenal weekend. It went by so fast. I can't believe it's over and I'm back in town already. Just wanted to kind of run through the bike too real quick. Single speed, so I had the White Industries It's a 34 chainring, 14 on the rear, single speed chain, these Candy 11 Crank Brother titanium pedals. I ran two 32-ounce bottles, one with tailwind, one straight water, and that's all my water for the entire race. I did no aid stations. I ran the whole event self-supported, since I'm trying to do more of the self-supported bike packing races and things like that. I wanted to do this event as self-supported. So didn't stop at any aid stations, took all my own food and water. Could have definitely used more water. That's something I'll do next time for sure. And a little bit more snacks. I went through all my, like 4 or 5 waffles, an RX bar, a Honey Singer goo, a Cliff Bar gel stack, 1 bottle of Tailwind. We've got a tube here in case of a sidewall split. This is made out of Denver. The brand is Occam. It's got a boa dial on it. Ergon saddle. It's the Timberjack frame with my cutthroat fork. It's the same tapered and the same headset, so I just swapped the fork. This is my cutthroat wheel, Timberjack wheel with the matching Pirelli Gravel M tire that I ran at Unbound. Got a brand new Sodero LD, the long distance. It's got something like 15 or 20% more, maybe even 30% more room. It can expand and still get it zipped closed. So I had all the waffles, 4 waffles. I had a Pro Meal bar, RX bar, GoPro, phone, keys, everything in here. Handmade out of Minnesota. I had a Revelate Designs feed bag here that had some more goodies in it. Salt, wrappers, tools, my Garmin 1030 Plus, and then this stasher bag is actually just on here to hold this Garmin mount since my screw is stripped out. Hunter Smooth Move bars. These are so sweet. A little bit of rise. I think they're 740 or 760 mil with Ergon grips and Cane Creek bar ends. Like I said, I should have had 2 more bottles up here for extra water doing self-supported. So that was the setup. See, there's just a little bit of that orange Oklahoma mud in here, but nothing too bad. I also ran 30 PSI in the tires, and that was way too much. I should have been down 24, 25. I just didn't want to stop and take any pressure out. So that's a few things on the bike I would have done different, and a few things that ran really well, like the Sodero LD top tube bag and the Revelate Designs feed bag. 2 must-haves on a day like that. The gearing felt good. I could climb every hill when I wasn't cramping. It was a really good setup. I probably wouldn't have changed much on the bike itself other than just some more supplies and more water instead of Mid-South IPA beer. A lot of single speeds. I think there was maybe about 80 or 82 in the single speed category. I ended up around 44th or 45th, so dead center of the pack. At my 8-hour finish time is like 8 hours and 2 minutes. But yeah, all the aid stations, the Stoke, the community, it's just really fun, you know, coming off of COVID, everybody just kind of being back together, bringing in Yatica Fields, who's an ultra distance runner, to custom paint a Salsa Warbird to celebrate Salsa's 10-year partnership at Mid-South, 10 years of the Warbird, and have Yatica just speak on the land, the history, and really grow a much, much deeper appreciation for the land than I've ever had before. I ended up actually getting to ride maybe 8 or 9 miles with him at the end of the ride. Just really, really cool dude. And then Lydia, she had a Patagonia film screening, about a 20-minute film about some of her research in the land and the soil. I'll share a link of that in the description, as well as Yatica. I hope you guys enjoy a little bit of the race footage that I was able to get. I was kind of just going guns a-blazing, so I didn't get too many clips. Just a quick video recap for the weekend. I've got to strip this fork and the wheels and put it back on the cutthroat to leave tomorrow morning for Moab for a 3-day 180 mile bikepacking loop through Moab. So I've got to get to doing that, and we'll see you guys on the next one.